I'm not sure what people aren't getting, but these people are performing genital mutilation. You should ask JB and AK and AC and CC and CC and MB and GC and BC and MS and LS and RS and CS and whoever else is involved with this murder rape cult and their sexual violence cult and MZ maybe and PC um, and MC and DJ and whoever else is involved with this murder rape sexual violence cult and FS. Ask them how many devices they've stuck in my genitals so far. These and also FL and IL or IF and their families and these SGU serial killers. Ask them how many devices they've stuck in my genitals, and ask them what they do when I have private time. They actually stalk me and start firing images of themselves into my mind, threatening me while I'm having private time. And then they have different communities of these rapists and serial killers interacting with my genitals in opposition. One trying to stimulate, one trying to desensitize, others trying to influence certain features. If you get my drift, using different devices. Um, how are these people not in prison? They have these retarded bets. Maybe these kids are in Dubai or California, etc. But these kids are actually trying to mutilate my genitals to manipulate bets in a gambling ring. How are these sick, twisted serial killers not in prison? The fact they're even betting on some of these things is more than evidence. They are more than unfit to be in society, mentally unstable, Jeffrey Dahmer like entities. They're Joseph Mengele monsters, not just that, but they have features of serial killers and rapists. Some of them are rapists. How are they not in prison? And who are these people more than criminal negligence or who are mentally unstable or unfit to do their duties if they're not arresting these people? These kids should have been in prison a long time ago. Melix Booger, Billy F. Stink, Zorbin Bologna, at Zadam Bologna, Ben Bologna, Jerry Bologna, Sveta Bologna, uh, F. Zos, Crack Kenzie Lott, Raymond Frond, Zark Rubin, Terrace Bilton, Zimzar Bashkian, Valine Balbian, Farah Blomorian, Rahman Korbani, Belliot Sment, Gosh Tinklehand, I don't know what to say. It kind of rhymed. Boring Scammer Billa, Madia Zubria, Valerie Colas, Fanny and Fabi Krakenzie, Nitch and Zeg Bummersea, Rick Blomich, Kentefania Ranyo, Bon Blomich, Candy Blomich, Bori Pino, and Tyke Pino, and Gunter Pino, and Rayleigh Pino, and Rug Cryat, and some odd people of African descent. Iago Balcazar, Cracks Cole. How are these people not in prison? What is this nonsense? How is Tammy Blomorian not in prison? I mean, these people are literally interacting with my genitals in opposition. I can assure you this. And they actually try to watch me while I'm having private time. And they act like they're handling their betting case or doing a betting ring investigation, and they're literally stalking me and committing sexual violence on me while they're trying to get to the bottom of some betting manipulation case involving money they're gambling with that they stole from me and were gambling with in the first place illegally that I didn't even know about. So these kids are all fighting over money and doing a betting ring investigation over money that's not even theirs. How are these kids just not in prison? All their bets should just be null and void. They were gambling with money that was never their money in the first place. So why are people even wasting their time with their retarded gambling ring? And why are people just not seizing and freezing their assets, throwing them in prison for RICO, and taking this money because they were gambling with money that was never theirs? And why don't I just get to sue these people for every cent, nickel, and dime they've got? I mean, this is one crime after another. How are they not in prison? It makes zero sense for these people not to be in prison. I mean, they're committing sexual violence daily, invasions of privacy daily, stalking, harassment, psychological torture, sexual torture, other forms of torture, neurophysiological torture. They're involved with terrorism, attempts of murder, conspiracy to murder, organized crime, RICO, illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution of WMDs and access to WMDs. They're intimidating and coercing civilian populations with threats, blackmail, slander, large-scale witness tampering, large-scale blackmail. Running fear campaigns on slander platforms and other things. How are these people not in prison? They're performing witness tampering daily, especially this Zorban Bologna and Badam Bologna and Madia Bubria and Fart Testot and Roran Cramarilla and other weirdos. How are they not in prison? As well as JB and MS. I mean, how are these people not in prison for repeated accounts of witness tampering? Ref Zos, his son, and his little friends. Why aren't they in prison? This is witness tampering, and this is highly illegal, involving RICO, terrorism, and more. Who would not arrest these people? They're unfit to be in society. They have zero respect for human life. They have zero respect for humanity. They're endangering humanity. I mean, they actually put weapons in the hands of criminals, crackheads, terrorists, and murderers and rapists, which means they have no respect for humanity and no respect for human life. And they're lying about it to save face, which means they're pompous, arrogant bastards who actually put their face before humanity. Who doesn't realize these people are unfit to be in society? They're egomaniacs and they have no respect for human life or humanity. Why would anyone miss them? Let's just put them in prison. They contribute nothing but negativity to society and contribute nothing but threats to humanity, whoever these people are. They're literally threats to humanity, contribute nothing but negativity. They're floating around the world, opening the doors for everyone to be blackmailed and get their hands tied. They're committing crime after crime, robbery after robbery, sexually violent act after sexually violent act, terrorist act after terrorist act, acts of espionage after another act of espionage, economic espionage. Why are these guys not in prison?